Why don't most folks thrive past 80? It's not just age 4, silent forces sap strength and spirit. I'm unveiling the real reasons: chronic inflammation, muscle loss, poor sleep, and loneliness that hold back a vibrant life after 80. These aren't guesses. They're rooted in decades of research showing how unseen threats dim your 140-pound frame's energy and clarity. But here's the hope: small changes can rewrite your story. From a 10-minute walk to a 5-minute chat, you'll learn how to protect your independence and peace. Stay till the end. The last reason is a quiet killer most overlook, but it's key to living longer, stronger. Backed by real stories, this is your guide to defy the odds and shine in your golden years. Let's connect. If you want to age with power, hit subscribe and ring the bell. Drop a 1 in the comments if this grabs you, or a 0 if it's not your vibe. Your thoughts fuel us. Share them now. Reason 1: silent inflammation that accelerates aging. After 81, invisible force quietly chips away at your vitality: chronic inflammation, or inflammaging. Unlike a sprained ankle's visible swelling, this low-grade fire smolders inside your 140-pound frame, damaging cells, heart, brain, and joints without obvious signs. Built up over years of stress, processed foods, poor sleep, or sitting too long, it speeds aging, sapping energy and clarity. But by acting now, you can douse this flame, keeping your strength and independence vibrant well past 80. Meet George, an 82-year-old from a small town in Wisconsin. He walked a 1-mile loop daily, ate modestly, and avoided smoking, yet felt stiff and foggy in his 68-degree living room. He blamed age until a doctor found high inflammatory markers, silent culprits behind his fatigue. Studies show 50% of seniors over 80 have chronic inflammation, raising dementia and heart disease risk by 20%. George's processed snacks like 2-ounce chips and 5-hour TV marathons fueled the fire. He swapped chips for 1-ounce walnuts, added 10-minute stretches, and slept 7 hours nightly. Within weeks, his joints loosened and his mind cleared, proving small changes work. Why does this matter? Inflammation erodes resilience, weakening arteries and fogging memory. A 150-pound body's defenses fade after 80, making stressors: 300 mg sodium in a burger or 3 sleepless nights hit harder. Unchecked, it drives frailty, cutting mobility by 15% per research. George's stiffness wasn't fate. It was a call to shift habits, answered with diet and movement to lower his risk. How do you fight it? Check your habits. Eat processed foods weekly. Sit over 4 hours daily. Start now. Add a 2-ounce spinach salad, 200 mg potassium daily. Walk 10 minutes, 100 steps per minute in a 10-foot hallway. George kept walnuts 2 feet from his kitchen. Sleep 7 hours in a 65-degree room, $10 fan helps. No cost, swap a 500-calorie snack for an apple. Limit stress, try 5-minute deep breaths free. Stay steady. George made healthy snacks his daily habit, like his 8-ounce coffee, and his energy surged. Anti-inflammatory choices sharpen focus. 20-minute tasks feel crisp and cut heart strain. Ask yourself, do I feel stiff or foggy? Try one change today, maybe a 5-minute walk. Your body's a fortress. Let's keep it strong. This silent threat is beatable past 80. It's not about perfection, but daily tweaks: eat cleaner, move more, rest well to stay robust. Your vitality's poised to thrive. Start now to reignite it. Reason 2: muscle loss that leads to weakness and falls. After 80, a silent thief, sarcopenia, steals your muscle-making weakness and falls a deadly risk. You don't notice at first. It's the jar that's harder to open, or the 10-step staircase that feels daunting. But this gradual loss in your 140-pound frame isn't just inconvenience. It threatens independence, spiking fall risk and dimming vitality. By acting now, you can rebuild strength, keeping your life active and secure well past 80. Meet Frank, an 84-year-old from a small town in Georgia. He was sharp living alone in his 68-degree home until a trip on a 2-inch rug broke his hip. He'd always felt steady, but hadn't realized his legs were weakening. His doctor explained sarcopenia, 3 to 5% muscle loss yearly after 60 hits, 30% of seniors over 80 per studies, driving 90% of hip fractures. Frank's daily 15-minute walks weren't enough. He needed strength work. He started 5 chair squats and ate 3-ounce chicken servings daily. Within weeks, he stood firmer, dodging further falls. Why does this matter? Muscle isn't just power, it guards balance joints and blood sugar for a 150-pound body. After 80, weakness doubles fall risk with 20% of falls leading to hospitalization. A 5-second stumble can mean months of bed-cutting mobility by 25%. Inactivity like 4-hour TV sessions speeds loss, creating a cycle of frailty. Frank's fall wasn't fate. It was a wake-up call answered with small efforts to restore his stability. How do you combat it? Notice your strength struggle with a 10-pound bag. Act now. Do 5 chair squats 10 seconds each by a 2-foot counter. Eat 1-ounce eggs daily, $3 weekly for protein. Stretch 10 minutes in a 10-foot room. Frank kept $10 resistance bands 2 feet from his sofa. Walk 15 minutes, 100 steps per minute. No space. Step in place 5 minutes. Use sturdy shoes, 1-inch soles, $40. Stay committed. Frank made squats his morning habit like his 8-ounce juice, and his steadiness grew. Strength boosts energy. 20-minute tasks feel lighter and cuts diabetes risk. Ask yourself, am I weaker lately? Try one move today, maybe a 5-second squat. Your body's a warrior. Let's keep it fierce. This challenge is winnable past 80. It's not about heavy lifting, but daily habits, protein movement, stretches to stay upright. Your strength's poised to return. Start now to stand tall. Reason 3. Poor sleep that weakens the body and mind. After 80, restless nights become more than a nuisance. They're a silent threat to your 140-pound frame's vitality. Shallow or broken sleep disrupts your brain's repair, dims memory, and saps energy, making daily life feel heavier. Many dismiss waking 3 times nightly as just aging, but poor rest fuels decline, shortening years. By prioritizing better sleep, you can sharpen your mind and body, staying vibrant and independent well past 80. Picture Alice, an 86-year-old from a small town in Oregon. She shrugged off waking 4 times in her 65-degree bedroom, thinking it was normal. But soon her 15-minute walks felt exhausting, and she forgot names during 10-minute chats. Her doctor warned that poor sleep, affecting 30% of seniors over 80 per studies, raises dementia risk by 15% and weakens immunity. Alice's late-night TV and 2-ounce coffee at 4 p.m. were culprits. She set a 10 p.m. bedtime, dimmed 60-watt lights by 8 p.m. and walked 10 minutes daily. Within weeks, she slept deeper, her clarity returning. Why does this matter? Sleep clears brain waste, resets immunity, and repairs a 150-pound body. Fragmented rest less than 7 hours disrupts the spiking fatigue and infection risk by 20%. After 80, a 5-minute memory lapse, or frequent colds, signal sleep's toll, not just age. Alice's grogginess wasn't inevitable. It was a fixable gap, bridged with simple habits to restore her strength. How do you improve it? Notice sleep patterns: wake often or feel tired after 6 hours. Act now. Set a 10 p.m. bedtime, sticking to it. 6 nights weekly. Skip caffeine after noon. Swap a 12-ounce soda for water. Walk 10 minutes morning light, 100 steps per minute in a 10-foot space. Alice kept $10 blackout curtains 2 feet from her bed. No yard, open a 3-foot window for air. Try 5-minute deep breaths before bed free. Stay consistent. Alice made early walks her daily habit, like her 8-ounce tea, and her energy surged. Restful nights boost focus, 20-minute tasks feel seamless, and cut heart strain. Ask yourself, is sleep restless? Try one fix today, maybe dim lights at 8 p.m. Your mind's a marvel. Let's keep it clear. This hurdle is conquerable past 80. It's not about sleeping more, but smarter routine light, calm to stay sharp. Your rest's poised to renew. Start now to thrive. Reason 4, loneliness and the loss of daily purpose. After 80, a quiet shadow loneliness can dim your 140-pound frame's spark, especially when daily purpose fades. As friends pass, kids move, and roles like work or caregiving vanish. Days in a 68-degree room feel empty, sapping vitality. This isn't just emotional ache. It's a physical threat shortening life. By weaving new connections and meaning, you can reignite your drive, thriving independently well past 80. Picture Bill, an 88-year-old from a small town in Texas. After his wife passed, his 15-minute walks to the 10-foot mailbox felt hollow. His kids lived states away, and his tidy home saw no visitors. Days blurred with 3-hour TV, no one to call. "I'm not needed," he told me, his voice low. Studies show loneliness affecting 40% of seniors over 80 cuts life expectancy by 20%, rivaling chronic disease. Bill's isolation wasn't age, it was a lost sense of mattering, draining his health. Why does this matter? Humans crave connection. Without it, a 150-pound body's immunity drops, raising infection risk by 15%. Losing purpose, say a 5-minute task like feeding a pet, spikes depression linked to 25% higher heart strain. After 80, a shrinking world from mobility limits or grief steals, identity-making days feel pointless. Bill's quiet wasn't peace. It was a void, fixable with small acts to restore his sense of worth. How do you counter it? Notice your days feel unneeded for 2 hours. Act now. Call a friend, 5 minutes daily free via phone. Water a $3 plant 2 feet from your window. Volunteer 1 hour weekly at a shelter, $2 bus fare. Bill fed birds with a $10 feeder, smiling at their chatter. Write a 3-minute note to a neighbor, no cost. No group watch kids 10 minutes from a 60-degree porch, waving. Stay engaged. Bill made bird feeding his morning habit, like his 8-ounce tea, and his spirit lifted. Connection sharpens memory. 20-minute chats feel vibrant and boosts immunity. Ask yourself, do I feel alone? Try one act today, maybe a 5-minute call. Your heart's a beacon. Let's keep it glowing. This foe is beatable past 80. It's not about grand roles, but small joys, calls, tasks, smiles to stay vital. Your purpose is alive, nurture it now to shine. Final thoughts. Living past 80 is a triumph, but thriving takes more than luck. These 4 silent threats, inflammation, muscle loss, poor sleep, and loneliness, quietly sap your 140-pound frame's strength and spirit. They're not inevitable. Small choices can turn the tide. A 10-minute walk, a 2-ounce salmon meal, a steady 7-hour sleep, or a 5-minute chat with a neighbor can shield your health, keeping you sharp and independent into your 90s. Awareness is your power. Don't let these forces sneak up. Reflect now. Where can you make a tweak? Start simple, swap a salty snack for nuts, or call a friend today. You're not fading. You're forging a bolder path rich with purpose and peace. Every step you take builds a life of resilience and joy. Share one change you'll try in the comments below. Your story lights the way for others. Hit subscribe and ring the bell for more tips to age with strength. Thanks for being here. I'll see you next time.